Hello everyone, I'm GC Smith, and today we're talking about Zendikar Expeditions. So if you've been watching PAX this last weekend, or any of the magic covering regarding PAX, which I'm assuming you probably have done since you're watching this video and consuming information, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to go over something kind of cool. So on the Saturday, during the spoiler show, the live spoiler show they did, Mark Rosewater talked to us about something called Zendikar Expeditions, which are 25 full art foil cards that will appear in Battle for Zendikar Boosters. He then confirmed that 5 of these cards were the 5 new jewels that we're going to be getting in Battle for Zendikar, and they did look pretty sweet. However, he was pretty tight-lipped, at least to begin with, on what the other 20 cards would be. He did at first confirm there were 2 cycles of 10 cards, so we can gather there were cycles of land, but people were kind of like, what land will they be? What land will they be? Will they be the fetch lands? Will they be the jewel lands? And everyone was kind of excited. Mark Rosewater went off. The female presenter, I forget her name, she walked back on, went, oh, look, I've seen the cards, and shows 2 of them to the other presenter, and they walk off stage. Then the PowerPoint presentation changes to show us 2 cards. I believe it was a Steam Vents and another fetch land. I can't quite remember which other fetch land we were shown, but basically that confirms that the 2 cycles of 10 are the 2 the fetch land cycle and the shock land cycle, which I think is a pretty cool thing to see. Now, I know a lot of you out there have probably been ravenously consuming all the information about these lands that you could as it became available, which means probably most of you know this information I'm about to share. However, I do keep seeing a few questions about this pop up in various sources and various places like Facebook, forums and that. And so I wanted to gather the various information we have available from the various sources like Mark Rosewater and other sources we might have available, and put it into this one video to kind of give you the full scoop on the lands. So first up, I want to say this, that these cards are not actually part of the Battle for Zendikar set. They're a special cycle of 25 out of 45, the other 20 becoming in the next set in the block. So while they can appear in the boosters, they do not all become standard legal as their presence. The ones that are standard legal, i.e. the 5 jewels, because of their presence in the actual Battle for Zendikar set, will be playable in standard, and all of them therefore will be playable in modern and legacy, because they're all legal in modern and legacy, but they are only legal in formats they are currently legal in. There is one exception to this, which is limited. If you open these in your limited pool, you're always going to be allowed to use them in that pool, at least according to Wizards. You should be allowed to use these cards if you open them in your sealed or limited or draft or any form of limited deck, which I think is pretty cool. Now, another major question I keep seeing pop up is, do these take the place of rares or mythics in our packs? What is the chances of getting these? And this is a fairly simple question to answer due to all the information we've got. Mark Rosewater during the live stream said that these will appear about as often as a foil mythic would appear, or any individual foil mythic would appear. However, you will see one of these cards about 75% more often than you will see a foil mythic of any other sort, simply because there are 25 of these available in any pack or in the set, or overall, than the 15 mythics that will be available in the set. Which I think comes to about 66 or 75% more likely. I'm not quite sure on the maths, I haven't got a calculator in front of me, but that's a rough approximation. So for every foil mythic you get, you should get 1.75 of these, which is pretty cool. Now, since the foil mythic is, I think, 1 in 216 packs, or 1 in 6 boxes for those of you who know mathematics, or don't know mathematics actually, that means you'll get probably 3 of these in every 12 boxes or so. Maybe 4 in 12 boxes, I'm not quite sure. Or, in other words, you should probably get 1 of these in every 3 boxes. Rough estimate. Obviously, it could be more, it could be less, depending on how, I guess, fortunate you are, or how, probability favours you or not. But still, this can be quite exciting. We also know, according to Mark Rosewater's blog, that they also won't take up a rare slot in your pack. He says that if you pull one of these, you will also have the chance of pulling a regular mythic, which obviously takes up the same slot as a rare, so there's a chance of pulling that. Now, given that basis that it doesn't take up a rare slot, as long as it doesn't take up a common or an uncommon slot in the pack, most likely this means it will take up either the basic land slot, being a land in itself, or the token/promotional card slot. In both of those cases, that should make it possible for you to also get a foil rare or mythic in the same pack, simply due to the foil rare or mythic taking one of the uncommon slots, I believe. Or I think all rares take an uncommon slot, or maybe a common slot. I can't quite remember that if they're foil. But basically, this does mean it should be possible to get a triple rare triple mythic pack. Regular mythic, foil mythic, and a foil one of these, which I think will be the gold miniest pack you can get, unless like the regular and foil mythic are kind of terrible cards. But the worst, if you open one of these, you're getting one of the new Zendikar jewels, which I think is probably going to be $50-ish for this printing. Maybe around 30 if the regular jewels are pretty low. But still, that's not terrible for a random chance. And there is also the chance you'll open cards like Scalding Tarn or Misty Rainforest, which will be fetching upwards or above $200, or i.e. in the foil Goyf range, simply because you have the same odds of pulling one of these as a foil Goyf, which is pretty nice to see. Now, there was another question I keep seeing people is like, well, is this like the treasures of the original Zendikar block? Is it only in the first printing? Or what else is there about this? Well, no, as far as we know, this is something that is just in Battle for Zendikar in every printing, because they're actually able to print this. The problem with, obviously, treasures was there were actual old cards that had been printed before that the Wizards bought from the community or gained from various sources and put into new packs. So these were like cards that he'd already printed like 12-20 years ago, or some of them reserve list. These are actually cards in this time around that Wizards are printing directly, so they can put them in as many print runs of Zendikar as they want, or Battle for Zendikar, which means they should always, whenever you buy a Zendikar box or a Zendikar pack, there should always be a very small but not zero chance of getting one of these cards, which I think is highly exciting. Now, for those of you who play Magic Online, these cards will also appear. However, due to the fact they're not in the actual Battle for Zendikar set themselves, these will not be redeemable. I think what Mark Rosewater said is they didn't want them part of the Magic set, so the Battle for Zendikar set, for multiple reasons, obviously to stop them being standard legal, but also on Magic Online, it stops you having to own them to redeem a set of Battle for Zendikar. Also, on the side effect is you can't redeem them at all. I guess this may be due to the fact there is an unlimited amount of packs that could theoretically be opened online, and the fact that cards and packs and whatever eventually get cheaper than, say, paper versions would be if you use them as currency. So it may be theoretically possible or easier or cheaper to assemble like sets of these, I guess, on Magic Online. I'm not quite sure. And Wizards don't want to just make them that readily available. So yeah, that's pretty much all of that. Also, they won't be in Magic Origins, but I can't imagine anyone was Magic Jewels Origins, the latest version of like the Jewels of the Planeswalkers series. I don't know why people would be expecting that, but that was something they said, so I kind of wanted to add this in there in case one of you had that as a random question. So yeah, that is pretty much everything we know about Zendikar Expeditions. It is an exciting set of cards to get on top of an already seemingly exciting Battle for Zendikar set. We haven't got all the spoilers yet, and there are a few meh cards here and there at the moment. A few exciting ones as well, like Ulamog and Gideon, and obviously the Jewel Lands are fairly exciting, as are the full art basics, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, we've got more to come. Hopefully, I'll have backdrops and stuff set up for next week for the Battle for Zendikar spoiler season, so I can do like proper spoiler videos that you guys will enjoy. If you have enjoyed this video, if you want to watch those, and you want to see them when they go up line, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video around. I would absolutely love it to get more viewers and more subscribers and be able to put out a lot more content for you guys to consume. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.